ball, finds a hole up the middle.
Steps up, goes deep left side, receiver open, count it, touchdown Titans! Takes a nice shot outside the goal box and he will break the 0-0 tie. Fantastic shot by Kenloff Solon.
Giller makes a move, a good one, opportunity here, the Bears score! The Bears strike first.
He's at the 40, he's down to the 30, the 20, 10, 5, touchdown, Jalen Bryan. Why not? What a beautiful run.
Maureen there, fights her off the puck, opportunity here, another sit, and a goal! Second chance effort for the Pioneers.
Put the icing on the cake, if you will, Michael. Go down and got to the outside and said good evening and good night.
Howdy everybody and welcome to Tartan Arena here in Oakdale, Minnesota. Tonight the Zephyrs from Mahtomedi are in town to take on your North Tartan co-op team. Alongside Corey Franzmeyer, I'm Jeff Brand. Glad to have you with us.
Yeah, it's a cold, frigid night here in Oakdale, Minnesota, but we got a great Metro East Conference battle between the Zephyrs and the North Tartan team. Looking forward to seeing how it shakes out tonight.
Should be a good one. We take a look at the Metro East standings as Hastings sits atop the conference here early on.
Yeah, both teams off to a decent start here in the Metro East Conference. Tartan doing a little better out of conference in Mahtomedi, but still early in the season. We haven't hit 2017 yet. That's usually when teams start to make their runs.
Take a look at the matchup here tonight for Mahtomedi, a shutout in 4 of the team's losses this season.
Yeah, Mahtomedi has had a hard time scoring goals this year. We've done a couple games this year in Devon. You know, the goaltending's been strong for Mahtomedi, and they just have a hard time scoring goals. But, you know, like I said, it's something to work out early in the season, and, you know, goaltending is what wins in March.
And looking at North Tartan, they've scored the first goal in only 2 of their 9 games thus far.
Yeah, kind of like a, you know, cardiac cat type deal. You know, they don't score first, but they score late, and that's why they have a, you know, good winning record there.
Take a look here at a couple of key players to keep an eye on for Mahtomedi. Number 3, Kennedy Berggren.
Yeah, you know, Mahtomedi has had a hard time scoring this year, but the senior captain, 3 goals, 2 assists, 5 points of the season, 1 power play goal. She's definitely a skater to watch this evening.
And for North Tartan, we take a look at another senior, number 3, Maddie Choklos.
Yep, we saw her last year, Jeb, and you know she skates hard. She's you know, a heck of a north-south skater. 5 goals, 6 assists on the season, power play goal, and 3 of her goals have been winners for the North Tartan team so far this year.
It should be a good one. A conference matchup between the Zephyrs and North Tartan coming up next.
Alvin and the Chipmunks want to remind you bacteria can hide in food and make you ill.
Wow.
But you can keep bacteria from ruining your day with 4 simple steps. Clean, separate, cook, and chill. The road trip to food safety starts at foodsafety.gov.
We've all seen stories of conflict that ended with peace. We've seen stories of hunger end in abundance. We see stories of fear, despair, and poverty, but they can end with courage, hope, and love. With you. Be a part of writing a story that's greater than poverty. Learn how at worldvision.org.
And welcome back to Tartan Arena as we get set for this East Metro Standing Conference tilt between the Zephyrs from Mahtomedi and the North Tartan co-op team. Take a look at the records there, Corey. Should be a good one tonight.
Yeah. As you can see, you know, Mahtomedi is 3-7. The record doesn't show it, but you know, we've done a couple good games. You know, they play some, you know, decent defense. They've got great goaltending by Joanna Ficadenti. She always keeps you in a game. You know, she's 3-7. The record doesn't show it, but good save percentage, good goals against, and she'll definitely keep Mahtomedi in here, and they're just hoping to get some goals early.
On the other side for North Tartan, they look to have the junior goaltender, number 30, Olivia Schultz, keep the puck out of the net for them.
Yeah, 5-2 record. She's almost a goal better than her counterpart. Definitely off to a great start, having a great season, and here we go. We're almost ready to drop the puck here, Jeff.
And we are underway as the puck squirts back towards the Mahtomedi zone. They go to look to dump it in, and North Tartan right away break out onto the stick of Joe Kloss. This is one of our players to watch as she takes it into the corner, puts on the brakes, and it's turned over nicely there by Mahtomedi. Puck spits down into the corner, and now out through center onto the stick of Kruger as she dumps it in, and Mahtomedi will get an early change. North Tartan headmans the puck. Now Choklas tries to get it in. It's kicked all the way back. And Mahtomedi, now good forecheck here by North Tartan as they regain possession of the puck. And it's held in there. Shot right on. Just kicked aside by Ficcadenti. A close call there. Now Mahtomedi looking to get things started. It's sent in by Berggren. Again, Mahtomedi will change. North Tartan sends it around and onto the stick of number 5. Unable to hold there. Berggren sends it back in. Quick shifts thus far for the Zephyrs as both teams trying to get a feel for one another.
Yeah, no one's really had a good scoring opportunity here in the first minute and a half in the game, but it's the old, just kind of feeling each other out and kind of seeing how this game's, kind of the pace of play is gonna happen here today.
Brommerich now on the half wall, sends it all the way down and around, and it's sent right back onto the stick of Grease Cans. Kicked around there and now picked up by North Tartan as they go out through center. And headmanning the puck now, gaining the zone, and they're just off sides as Bayos came in a step too early.
Other than some stats on paper, Jeb, we haven't seen North Tartan yet this year, but we have seen Mahtomedi twice, and they've got to watch out to, North Tartan, if they want to come, out and play well against Mahtomedi, all they have to do is kind of push them around a little bit and see if they can outskate them, because that's kind of been, Mahtomedi's downfall. They've just been kind of getting outskated in a couple games we've done.
Puck squirts all the way back to the point. It's held in nicely there, and down behind their own net. Barnett reverses it, and Mahtomedi breaks out of the zone. This Dornsife headmans it, and it's tapped in nicely by Krawcheck. North Tartan now looks to break out. This one comes all the way through center off the mark, and this will be icing called on North Tartan.
Yeah, 2 minutes into the game here. Neither goalie's been challenged yet, but Mahtomedi has been doing a lot of quick changes here early on. Kind of interesting strategy early on in the game, but
Meter will take the draw for North Tartan. It's won there by Selwood for Mahtomedi, and now Choklas tries to get around Kreschbach, but a nice defensive play. Puck squirts in, it's knocked aside by Ficcadenti, and now Selwood back the other way for the Zephyrs. She sends it in deep. Back to play it is Callie Percy for North Tartan, and it's picked off there. Down into the corner, and sent up through center, held the zone, and now it kicks all the way back out as Kreschbach regroups. Onto the stick of Broughton. Broughton gains the zone, sends it into the corner, and Percy's back to play it for North Tartan. Now on the puck is Meter. As Meter takes it up through center, and she'll dump it in. North Tartan off for a change. Mahtomedi back to play. This is Broughton, and she goes up the half wall, and it's held in nicely by North Tartan. A near turnover there, but Mahtomedi able to regroup momentarily. Now out of the corner, unable to get a shot off, but it's held in by North Tartan. And this one will come all the way back, and Thighshafer's back to play it. Onto the stick for North Tartan. This is Cawshaw Klein as she gains the zone. She's tied up there by Broughton. And now on the half wall they battle. And Broughton comes away with it for Mahtomedi. Little D to D, and now Broughton out of the corner. She'll send it up the wall. North Tartan's there to hold the zone. Kreschbach back to play it for Mahtomedi, as immediately Bellows is on her. Bellows comes away with it for North Tartan now out of the corner. And tied up momentarily, gets a shot on. It's a light one, and Ficadenti's there to cover.
I've got a shot on goal on the old stat board now. You know, not much action here so far in this game, Jeb, but for a cold, frigid night on a Tuesday, not a bad crowd here in Tartan Arena tonight.
Absolutely. It's actually warmer here inside Tartan Arena than it is. You touched on it, a frigid 4 degrees our outside temp.
Yeah, it's got to be warmer by about 30 degrees in here, would you say?
Absolutely. Back to play it now. This is North Tartan. Up through center, just off the mark. Donovan plays it up for the Zephyrs, and it's turned over there. Sutton now dumps it in, down behind the net. As North Tartan tries to center, it's kicked around, and now picked up by Mahtomedi. This is Krawcheck. She gains the zone for Mahtomedi, down the half wall. Trying to put on the brakes. Good defensive play by North Tartan now as they look to clear the zone. And it's sent back in. This is Krawcheck again, tried to get it deep. It's picked off there, and now easily played in by Ryan. Puck hit a skate there now as Selwood battles in the corner for Mahtomedi. Mahtomedi now trying to gain the offensive zone. Krawcheck sends it back. A shot by Dornseif is deflected down into the corner. And now up through center onto the stick of Chokos. As Dornseif's on her, she reverses the puck. A nice pass there, but a good back check by the Zephyrs. Now Chokos and Selwood battle. Just off the mark there, a good outlet pass, but unable to corral it. Was 34 for the Zephyrs.
Yeah, Chokos is a very, very skilled north-south skater, very quick. She kind of just all of a sudden comes out of nowhere with breakaway opportunities, and I look for her to have a handful of chances this evening, Jeb.
Well, Mahtomedi as McAlpine plays it back onto the stick of Kreschbach as she sends it down. Back to play it for North Tartan is Percy. Up through center and now picked up by Kalshal Klein. She pops it in now into the zone. North Tartan tries to center, and it's just off the mark. It's a good opportunity for Belos, but unable to get her stick on it. Puck's kicked into the corner, now Belos. She reverses there, down behind the net, and immediately McAlpine's on her. Pass off the mark, a shot, and it's kicked aside by Ficadenti. This one will go out of play. Quick stoppage in play with 10:27 left to play here in the first period.
Yeah, as you can see here, you know, take a look. Good opportunity, puck out in front of the net, and just wasn't able to make the connection. And one thing about Tartan is, I don't believe they have the strong scoring forwards as, you know, the Hastings and or the Cretan teams that we saw play Mahtomedi. But one thing Mahtomedi needs to do is their defensemen need to do a good job of getting that puck away, because Ficadenti is very good at making the initial save, but sometimes struggles when on those rebound shots.
Opportunity now for Mahtomedi as they gain the zone. Broughton, and a great back check by North Tartan as they're able to break up the odd man rush. Now 2-on-2 the other way as they gain the zone. Sent out front, and it's knocked down by Donovan. A good defensive play, and it's sent into the zone now by Anna Broughton, and back to play it for North Tartan. Kicked off a skate. Now Steinberg gets able to clear the zone. Mahtomedi regroups. Gain the zone. This is Bergeron with speed. Selwood now throws one out front. Bergeron with a rebound and a nice save by Schultz for the North Tartan Co-op.
Yeah, that was a nice scoring opportunity there by Mahtomedi, but great job by Olivia Schultz on making the stop.
Selwood goes into the corner. She battles there with Hawkins, and the puck's kicked back down deep. Now sent up and held in nicely by Mahtomedi. Cross ice, tipped on. A good look there, but Leaf unable to hit the net on the redirection. And sent down and around. Now this is Hawkins. And her puck is knocked off there. And now Nelson out of the corner. It's tied up nicely. And now on the half wall, North Tartan able to clear the zone. Through center, it's dumped in. And Donovan's back to cut it off there, up through center. The puck squirts through, and now held in at the blue line. Kicked around a little bit. McAlpine picks it up. Centers, bounced around a bit. Now they're on sides as McAlpine battles, but right away, Callie Percy's there to pick it up for North Tartan. Percy now unable to clear the zone as immediately Krawcheck jumps on it. Now puck tied up on the half wall as Krawcheck battles. It's sent back, shot right on, and that one hits Schultz right in the bullseye as she holds on.
Yeah, that was a nice shot there by Emma Dortzoff, but you know, both teams, you know, they've kind of each had their opportunity to kind of controlling the other team's zone for a bit. You know, it's been evenly skated, Jeb, here, and it's you know, it looks like it might be a tightly played game here throughout the evening so far early on here. You know, about 10 minutes into the first period.
Now both teams with a couple opportunities, kind of feeling one another out as the puck squirts into the corner, and it's played up the half wall there by Percy, and that one just does clear the zone. Now down in her own end, this is Dornsife, and she goes up the half wall to Krawcheck. Now Krawcheck through center, dumps it in. Mahtomedi will go off for a change as Callie Percy's back to play it for North Tartan. Percy all the way up, it's tipped in by Chokos, and back to play it is Broughton for Mahtomedi as she circles around her net. A turnover there, but Broughton regains a nice defensive play after the quick turnover. And now Berggren will send it in for Mahtomedi. Selwood, first one on the puck, as she battles down behind North Tartan's net. Reversed now to Berggren as Kennedy Berggren picks it up. She'll send it back down low as Aaron Leaf plays it around, and North Tartan plays it up the wall. It's held in nicely there by Kreschbach. She'll send it in deep. Now Griesklans for North Tartan sends it around. Berggren picks it off and able to hold the zone for a moment. Now good hard work there by North Tartan's Cashin. An opportunity, shot right, just wide by McAlpine. A good look for Mahtomedi, but unable to hit the net. Now up through center. It's picked off there by Koshaw Klein, and she drops for Bellows. Bellows on the half wall battles. The puck does squirt out momentarily, but it's called off there. Now back behind her own net. This is Cashin. She's picked off there. And we've got a stoppage in play here.
Yeah, both teams scoring opportunities, you know, so far through this game. They've kind of been just kind of loose puck, you know, get it and you know, kind of take a shot at the net. There hasn't neither team has been able to do really anything when it comes to kind of setting up any offense in the opposing team's, you know, zone.
Let's see who's going to strike first. Like you said, a lot of chances both ways. They've kind of gone in momentum spurts here. We'll see who kind of breaks that shutout. As Mahtomedi now plays it up through center. Krawcheck sends it, tipped around momentarily, and then sent down into the corner by Callie Kruger. Back to play it for North Tartan is Thieschafer as she leaves it there, and it's played up the wall and stopped there. Krawcheck sends it down deep. And now again, Thieschafer unable to connect there. A turnover. It's flipped right on, and a quick save by Schultz. Is unable to get a real good shot was Berggren for Mahtomedi. This one sent in. Offsides is waved off along with icing, and it's played into the corner. North Tartan looking to set up their offense as Sutton plays it back around. Just out of the reach of Percy, and now up through center. Selwood for Mahtomedi to Berggren as Berggren gets it in deep. Played down and around. And Hawkins, the first one to pick it up for North Tartan. Now Griesklans plays it back the other way. Hawkins battles in the corner with Selwood. Megan Johnson, just a freshman for Mahtomedi, got the call up today. Good to see the underclassmen with some ice time, and Johnson now plays it over onto the stick of Nelson. It's sent into the corner. Now Nelson, first one on it, tries to center. It's picked off by Chokas, and Mahtomedi is able to hold the zone. Kicked around a bit. Again, McAlpine hard on the puck, holds it in for Mahtomedi. Now it does escape the zone. And North Tartan back the other way with speed. And this is Henriksen as she on the half wall leaves it for Choklas. Held in nicely there by Hawkins and down into the corner. The puck's tied up on the half wall. McAlpine's in there as she tries to send it down and around, and now able to get it over to Broughton. And Mahtomedi breaks out through center. It's tipped there by McAlpine. The Zephyrs will change as North Tartan regroups now. And through center, it's sent in. Back to play it is Broughton for Mahtomedi. She'll go D to D with Kreschbach as they're able to clear the zone. And turned over back the other way. Tartan through center, bounced around, able to stay on side, and now the puck comes back as Kreschbach plays it onto the stick of Broughton up through center. And just kicked around a bit. North Tartan, a big collision out front. Incidental contact there, so no call on the play. 3 minutes left here in the opening period. 0-0 between Mahtomedi and North Tartan. An in-conference battle here. Both teams sitting right in the middle of the pack. Now Krawczyk for Mahtomedi tries to clear the zone. It's held in nicely by Percy, and now it does come all the way back through center. Percy's on it for North Tartan. Sent in, now Broughton up through center. Kicked around, a lot of this game being played in the neutral zone. As Schultz kicks it off into the corner. Berggren goes in, first one on the puck, tries to center. Unable to connect there. Now it's sent the length of the ice. This one will go down for icing on North Tartan with 2:18 left to play here in the opening period.
Yeah, like you just mentioned, Jeff, most of the game being played in the neutral zone. I mean, I think neither team's really established themselves as the power team of this matchup here so far. I mean, it's kind of been back and forth. A few random scoring chances. So I think whatever team can kind of establish the opposing team's zone, in the second period, if we get through here still 0-0, I think that's the team that's definitely going to have the advantage throughout the rest of the game.
Selwood sends it in deep. Now back, Griechklans plays it for North Tartan. Unable to escape the zone. Now they do, as Mahtomedi's Donovan is back for the Zephyrs out of her own end. Tries to go far side. It's held in there by Thieshafer as she tried to connect just out of the reach of Sutton. Now Mahtomedi through center. McAlpine picks it off. She turns it back around. A little bit of contact in the corner there as both teams playing hard. Choklis comes away with it. She battles out of the corner now for North Tartan. Sent right out front and fanned on it there. A good opportunity, but unable to get a good solid shot off for North Tartan. Now Chokos again out of the corner. Leaves it there behind. She picks it up, makes her way out front, and a shot right on. And a great save by Ficadeni. Is one of our better scoring options here in this opening period. A minute left now in the first as Mahtomedi sends it down. It's tipped there by the Zephyrs, so icing's waved off. Down and around her own net. This is Meter now as she Meter up through center. No call as she was taken down, and they let her play resume. Picked off there by Barnett. Kicked around a bit, and now North Tartan sends it into the corner. Back to play it is Dornsife for Mahtomedi, all the way up through center and sent right back in. Dornsife kicks it to the side, and now Krawczyk sends it down the length of the ice. 20 seconds left here as Krawczyk, the first one on the puck. Out through center, and that'll come all the way back out to the neutral zone as Dornsife sends it back in. Now Griechklans for North Tartan. Plays it up on the half wall. And they're able to send it in, but that'll do it for our opening period.
Yeah, a couple good scoring opportunities there before the end of the period by Maddie Chokas. But other than that, it was a game played in the neutral zone. And, I think if, either coach saw any chink in the other team's armor, they need to talk about it here at the intermission and see if they can expose that here coming out of the gates second period.
So after one, the Zephyrs and North Tartan still knotted up at 0. We'll be back with our second period right after this.
You've messed up your son's haircut. Do you try to fix it? Work with what you've got? or show solidarity.
Thank you, babe.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
And welcome back as we get set to start our second period, 0-0 after one. And Corey, not a whole heck of a lot of offense in that opening period.
No, a lot of neutral zone play here between the two teams. A lot of the scoring opportunities were just kind of loose pucks, kind of tap-ins, throw at the, shots thrown at the net. Neither team's been able to really establish any kind of offense other than just kind of random loose puck shots on goal. So, we'll see if anybody made, either team made any adjustments in the locker room and, kind of see what kind of plays out here early on in the second period.
We'll see who strikes first here as we are underway now, second period. Puck in the North Tartan end as they break out of the zone now. As headbatting into it is Meter for North Tartan. She gets around one. Meter makes her way out front, unable to get a shot off, but a good solo effort there. And now North Tartan from behind the Mahtomedi net. Chokas sends it all the way back to the point. Ty Schaefer is able to hold it and play it back down to Chokas as she comes out from the half wall right out front. And a great opportunity there. But that was deflected out front. So a good look for North Tartan as they come out firing right away. Again, Meter with the opportunity. But Ficcadenti didn't have to make the save as it was knocked down out front. Fired on again, and again it's Meter. This time Ficcadenti with the blocker save. And Mahtomedi sends it the length of the ice. This will go for icing.
Yeah, a minute and 15 seconds out of the gates, and Claire Meter's already kind of had three good scoring opportunities out of the locker room. So, definitely a player that came out with a little fire here in the second period. Keep an eye on her, I think, for the rest of the game.
Maybe a fiery period talk by Mr. First there as North Tartan comes out firing right off the bat. Mahtomedi now from behind their own net as it's bounced around a bit there. Now Ryan plays it up the half wall. Again, this one kicks all the way down the length of the ice, and we'll have another icing on the Zephyrs. Face-off will come to the right of Ficcadenti.
Yeah, take a look here at Claire Meter with their first scoring opportunity, a little backhand shot that Mahtomedi defenseman came in and attacked. This was probably her best look, just a straight fire there. Ficcadenti with a stick save. I think coming out of, it's going to be key to watch here is with Meter, how she came out of the gates there, Jeb, in the second period, and how Chokas was the...
Bounced around out front here. There's a couple of opportunities again from North Tartan as they shoot one right on, and Ficcadenti's there to make the save. Koschel Klein got the offense started there as she entered the zone, and Ficcadenti there to answer the bell as North Tartan comes out firing here early in the second period.
Yeah, as you can see here, take a look, Ficcadenti all over, side to side, making a couple saves here to keep that score 0-0. And the take I was going to quick say was that first line of Chokas and Meter. If they don't score tonight, it's going to be interesting to see if North Tartan is, going to be able to win, because I think that's going to be the key to the game, is that first line from North Tartan putting goals on the scoreboard.
Another opportunity there, and just had it poked away momentarily. Now back the other way, in early, so this one will be offsides on Mahtomedi as they stepped in just a hair early. That was Lauren Heinz. So some firepower here early on from North Tartan. Mahtomedi kind of weathers the storm, and we'll see if they can get something going here now as North Tartan enters the zone. Again, Percy now takes it into the corner. A nice defensive play there by Dornseif. And unable to hold the zone was North Tartan. And now a play all the way back. And Young gets it deep. Dornseif out through center. McAlpine picks it up. She goes through center. 2-on-1 now for Mahtomedi. A great pass on to Johnson, and a goal! The young freshman comes out firing. Mahtomedi strikes first on a goal by Megan Johnson. So Mahtomedi first to strike here, a couple minutes in as North Tartan's firepower. But Mahtomedi comes back, and they strike first for the Zephyrs. Now puck's bounced around, it comes all the way back. As North Tartan now trying to get something going, see if they can beat Figadenti down on the other end as Meter sends it in deep. Back to play it is Barnett. She sends it around, and Meter again now from the neutral zone will play it over to her D partner. And it got turned over here. Hard into the zone is McAlpine. She battles out of the corner. And up through center, Meter comes for North Tartan. She gains the zone just on sides. Now out of the corner, Meter tries to center. It's kicked around. Loose puck. Figadenti can't seem to find it as they battle around. And now North Tartan with a goal. Kind of a tough break for the Zephyrs there as everyone was just kind of hacking and whacking at it. And eventually the puck made its way into the back of the net.
Yeah, that was a long scrum there out in front of the net, as you take a look, Jeb. I mean, seconds that puck's just sitting there, and defensemen and forwards are all tapping at it. And finally, it looks like I didn't actually get number 14. Number 14, Claire Meter. 24.
Abby Callie Percy was the one to bounce it in as we took a look at the replay there. A lot of time it had elapsed, but according to the replay, it was a loose puck. So good call by the officials to let them play. I know Mahtomedi, as we take a moment here to take another look, and the head coach of Mahtomedi asking for some clarification as to why the whistle wasn't blown, but according to our replay, it was a loose puck down in the crease, and eventually Callie Percy was able to beat Figadenti in the scrum and tie this one up at 1. 13-17 left to play here in the second period, and what started out as a kind of a boxing match feeling one another out has now become quite the fireworks show here just a couple of minutes into the second period.
Yeah, and as we're taking a look here, that'd be Callie Percy's third goal on the season to tie this game up at 1. And earlier it was freshman defensive number 34 Megan Johnson who scored her first goal of the season. So here we are, 1-1, Jeb, 13 minutes ago in the second period. Weren't quite sure how either team was going to come out of the gates here. They're both firing, kind of running and gunning on each other now.
Krawczyk with a near opportunity there as the puck knocked away, as both teams, as you touched on, are kind of got some fire under them now. It started out maybe a little cold from the Arctic weather, and now as things are starting to heat up here, this should be a good one down the stretch. As North Tartan now able to just clear the zone through center. It's picked off and now kicked all the way back as Ty Schaefer plays it up onto the stick of Bellows now as she drops. Kaushal Klein turns and fires, and a good stick there. Is able to deflect it into the corner. And now Bellows sends it deep. Mahtomedi back the other way and hard out of the zone as this is Kreschbach as she gains the zone. Kreschbach into the corner and turns, sends it down deep as that's where both teams battle in the corner. Puck squirts out front. Johnson again is there and unable to center out front to Selwood. Now tied up in the corner. Played up the half wall. Now Young unable to clear the zone. Back to play it is Grice-Clans for North Tartan as she escapes the zone. Out through center, sends it in deep. Puck goes all the way down and around, and Erica Broughton is there to play it for Mahtomedi. All the way up, it's held in nicely twice there by North Tartan. Now Selwood picks it up as she heads down behind her own net, plays it up the half wall onto the stick of Berggren. Berggren unable to clear as Chokas was there to hold the zone. And down and around is Kreschbach for Mahtomedi, sent all the way through center. This one will go the length of the ice, and icing's called with 11:10 left to play.
Yeah, kind of go back on that tying goal there by North. It's kind of something I said earlier, Jeb, in the game, is Figadenti's a very good goaltender at making initial saves. You know, she might even be able to stand on her head for a minute and make a second, but you know, it just shows right there, like we've said before, it's kind of been an Achilles heel of this team is they don't clear that puck out of the way early enough. And like I said, those rebound goals have been killing them all year.
Yeah, that was quite the scrum there for what seemed like an eternity, especially for the Mahtomedi bench, as eventually Piercy was able to knock it in and tie this one up at 1. Now face-off is eventually won by Mahtomedi. McAlpine plays it up, and that one just snuck out of the zone as Hawkins was unable to hold. Offsides called. We'll have a face-off right in front of the North Tartan bench. And McAlpine wins this one for Mahtomedi as it's kicked around. Chokus was there, and now it's sent in deep by Nelson. She goes back and battles with Meter. Now Meter out of her own end. She gains neutral and has it turned over there, but the puck squirts down into the corner as Donovan turns it back around. A turnover. Chokus sends it out front, and it's tipped down into the corner. Now Meter unable to get a good shot off. McAlpine battles in the corner for Mahtomedi. Sent into the corner here. Donovan will pick it up for the Zephyrs. Up through center, kicked around a bit. McAlpine now onto the stick, and it's sent over. A near opportunity there, but North Tartan able to break that one up. Now Donovan has it knocked down, and back to play it is Ryan for the Zephyrs. She plays it up, and through center they look to clear the zone. Bounced around. No icing on the play as North Tartan's back to play it. They send it down and around. Mahtomedi's Kreschbach, first one on it. Now kicked out through center. And the neutral zone. Dornseif still with the puck, makes another circle, now down in her own end. Kalshel Klein gives chase up the half wall. That one's bounced around. And it comes all the way back down to the North Tartan end where Grace Clans plays it up through center. Mahtomedi nearly with too many men on the ice. They might have got away with one there as both officials were looking on. Kalshel Klein has it knocked off her stick. Kruger unable to pick it up, and another near turnover as Aaron Leaf for the Zephyrs plays it into the corner. Now Berggren. Berggren sends it deep, and immediately North Tartan is there to pick up the puck. Now up through center, a nice defensive play there to strip her of the puck as Barnett sends it in deep. And all the way up and held in there by Kreschbach. Now Kreschbach sends it down, and again we're back to a little bit of neutral zone play. Bounced around there, and back to play it for Mahtomedi is Broughton. Kreschbach now plays it up, bounced around, McAlpine tips it there, and now Nelson with an opportunity, a nice move and a big save by Schultz and an early whistle. That's going to get some excitement from the Mahtomedi fans. A quick whistle there.
That was a great move there by the freshman forward, Emmy Nelson. Take a look. She just puts a little move on there, and I mean it was, you know, even nice shot on that. Even though she shot it right at the goalie there, or right at the body of Schultz, it was still a great move. And you know, here we are, Mahtomedi. You know, the freshman defenseman puts a nice little top shelf on there, and another freshman with a nice little move here. You know, the future is bright for this program.
Absolutely, it certainly is. It's good to see, you know, a lot of hockey left to play. It's good to see some of the underclassmen having an opportunity to step up, because as you touched on earlier, we've done a couple of games this year, and that's certainly been their Achilles heel is offensive production. So great to see for the Lady Zephyrs. As a shot's tipped around there, Dever makes it on, and now Ficadeni with a big kick save as that one squirted on, kicked out there by North Tartan, and Ficadeni able to make the quick kick save. Now Chokus from the half wall sends it in deep, and it's kicked around again. Chokus unable to come away with it. Is now McAlpine from her own behind her net, squirts out front. North Tartan unable to get a shot on, is now kicked into the corner. It's sent down low as Chokus plays catch here with Henriksen. Sent all the way back. That one never made it on to Ficadenti. This one does, and it's deflected into the corner. And now back the other way. Nelson clears the zone for Mahtomedi. This one will go the length of the ice, and icing is called on the Zephyrs.
Yeah, that was the first time we've really seen in the game here, as you can see, Jeb, where North Tartan actually, was kind of controlling the puck in the zone, passing around a little bit and kind of creating some scoring opportunities. That is, I think, one of the things we have not seen this game. It's been played pretty much in the neutral zone, and it's been pretty much just kind of a, puck kind of floats out there and someone throws a stick on it and see if it'll go in. It's been very kind of a loosey-goosey back and forth style game here.
Tough call there for North Tartan as Henriksen's called for hooking. And we'll have our first look at extra man advantage tonight as the Zephyrs will have a shot at the power play. 6:41 left here, the second period. We'll see what the Mahtomedi special teams can do to try to break the 1-1 tie. Puck comes back to the point. It's tipped out front, and a nice save there by Schultz as it was redirected on its way in, and a shot off the stick of Barnett. Now face-off controlled by the Zephyrs. On the half wall, they hold it. This is Kruger. Kruger unable to step around North Tartan, but held in nicely Barnett. Kruger sends one in, and it's knocked down out front, and now North Tartan able to send it the length of the ice. And back to play it for the Zephyrs is Dornseif. As Mahtomedi looking to gain a handle on it. Good penalty kill here by North Tartan. Chewing up some time on the clock. It's sent out front. That one never made its way in, and now kicked down the length of the ice as Krawcheck gives chase. As she battles there with Griesklans. And Griesklans sends it up and around. Too much for Barnett to handle. She'll go all the way back down the other end. And we got changes on both sides. We'll get a second look at the Mahtomedi power play here. As now Kruger picks it up. Berggren, enters the zone for Mahtomedi. Stops on the half wall. Berggren sends it up to McAlpine. She goes back down to Berggren. Up to McAlpine from the top, sends one on, and the Zephyrs strike back as Juliana Selwood with the open netter for Mahtomedi. They lead it 2-1.
That was a great shot on net there by Krawcheck, I believe, and talk about being at the right place at the right time. Juliana Selwood, wide open net. All she had to do was just give it a little wrist shot in there, and bing, bada, boom. Julia Selwood's got her second goal of the season, and Mahtomedi has got a 2-1 lead here, Jeb.
A nice job by Schultz to make the initial save, but no one on Selwood, and she buries the open net. And with 5:10 left to play, second period, the Zephyrs take a 2-1 lead as North Tartan looks to respond as this one pops up into Mahtomedi's bench. Stoppage in play. We'll have a face-off in the neutral zone.
I don't think, it's tough to say either team has really dominated any of the, pace of play or any kind of, zone or anything like that here this evening, Jeb. But one thing that I can say has been the difference in the game is Mahtomedi has taken advantage of the numbers. They had a 2-on-1 breakaway, top shelf there by the freshman defenseman. And then that last one there, power play, and, there was Selwood right there wide open in front of the net. She couldn't miss that net, So, I mean, they definitely capitalized on their opportunities, and that's why they got the 2-1 lead.
Mahtomedi now tries to clear the zone as North Tartan applies some pressure. After the goal by Selwood, it's sent out front. Chokas leaves it there, and now Meter sends one on, and that hits the crossbar. Great opportunity from Meter, and Ficadenti's bailed out by the crossbar as now North Tartan sets up. Fired in, it's deflected into the corner. Chokas picks it up. And back again, fired in, this one wide of the net. Megan Johnson battles as Meter holds the zone for North Tartan. It's sent down low as Henriksen was unable to grab that one. She gets away with some physical play there. Now McAlpine battles in the corner with North Tartan. It's tied up there by Bromrich. Now sent back to the point. Grieshklan sends it down and around. And Kreschbach's back for Mahtomedi. She clears the zone. And it's kicked back in by North Tartan. And Kaushal Klein is the first one on it for North Tartan. Now Broughton sends it around. And kicked out through center. And this is the freshman again. Megan Johnson upended. No call on the play. Now Johnson from the half wall sends one in. And Schultz is there to hold on.
Well, I'll tell you what. Take a look here. North Tartan comes back firing, hits the crossbar, trying to tie this game up. But one thing is, Mahtomedi scored first, and North Tartan doesn't usually do that, but they got a 6-3 record here, so plenty of time for them to tie this game up.
Just over 3 minutes left to play. Second period as North Tartan trails 2-1. Mahtomedi looks to clear the zone, unable to. That one's deflected out front and now sent down and around. Back to play it for Mahtomedi, unable to get to it, as now North Tartan plays from down in the corner. Kicked around momentarily and now picked up by Krawcheck as she gains the zone, sends it in deep. Mahtomedi will change. Sent it around and Chokos is there on the half wall, tried to find a player breaking deep. Mahtomedi called on the offsides there as one of the players snuck in behind the official as the Mahtomedi bench is halfway into the North Tartan zone. Juliana Selwood, latest goal scorer for the Zephyrs, wins the draw as Bergeron takes it in for Mahtomedi. Selwood kicks it into the corner, Bergeron picks it up. And down behind the net, Bergeron sends it up top, and unable to hold the zone there was Dornseif. She comes all the way back into her own end to regroup for Mahtomedi. Just off the mark there. No icing called on the play as they battle in the corner. North Tartan up through center now. Meter gains neutral zone. Meter with some nifty stick handling gains the zone. Sends a light backhand out. Kick to the side by Figadenti. And now Dornseif the other way for the Zephyrs. As Dornseif gains the zone. 1-on-3, and she's met there by North Tartan. Mahtomedi gets a change, and again Meter will send this one the length of the ice. Icing's called on North Tartan with 1:25 left to play, second period.
Yeah, that last little bit of a scoring opportunity by North Tartan. I mean, Figadenti, she couldn't you freeze the puck on that one. That thing almost got loose and ended up in the back of the net there. She got lucky. It was, she had some help and was able to get that out of the zone.
McAlpine here loses the draw as it's picked up by North Tartan, sent down and around. As Sutton picks it up and sends it back down deep. Now Grieshklans has it turned over, sent through the crease. Sutton now through center, and it's bounced around there. Now Grieshklans from her own end, back over to Sutton. And then Sutton has it turned over. And Grieshklans again for North Tartan, sends it out through center. And it's bounced right back down to her. Turnover here. Mahtomedi with a near opportunity and a good stick by North Tartan to prevent that chance. Now from the half wall they battle. Less than a minute left to play. Mahtomedi leads it 2-1. Puck comes out, and now North Tartan from down around their own net. This is Cashin. She turns on the brakes, sends it up just out of the reach. And Kreschbach's there to hold the zone for the Zephyrs. Now Cashin down around her net, sends it over as Young picks it up. She's able to clear the zone. Kreschbach back to play with 10 seconds left to play here, second period. North Tartan looking for a last second opportunity as they enter the zone here. This is Bromrich. And Bromrich from the corner sends one out on Figadenti. And the buzzer goes off. A nice job there by Mackenzie Bromrich to get a last second shot off before the second period comes to a close.
Yeah, nice little opportunity there, but didn't capitalize. 2-1 Mahtomedi here after two. Jeb, I wouldn't say either team really dominated the first or the second period, so I think it's anyone's game here going into the third.
Should be an exciting third period. We'll be back right after this for the third.
Today, a new creature walks among us, terrorizing innocent citizens. Until this threat can be contained, we must all be on the lookout for the dreaded digital deadwalkers.
Dude!
They're not looking out for you.
Engage!
A public service safety message from the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons, who want to keep everyone well connected with strong, healthy bones.
Yeah, welcome back as we get set to start our third period as Mahtomedi leads it 2-1 on a go-ahead goal by Selwood for the Zephyrs.
Yeah, as you can see, it was just a nice open look net there, and she had no problem putting that puck in the back of the net for her second goal of the season.
It'll be interesting to see what North Tartan does as they started to apply some pressure after that go-ahead goal by Selwood as they come out firing. Block shot right away by Krawczyk, and that one caught her where there was no padding as she heads off immediately. North Tartan now meter gains the zone as she tries to split the defense. It's turned over there and now back the other way. This is Berggren for Mahtomedi. She gets it in deep and Thieschafer's back to play it. And Selwood battles in the corner there. And now it's turned back around the other way as North Tartan's Thieschafer from behind her own net plays it up the half wall there. Unable to clear the zone. And now the puck squirts out. Right away, right on it is Aaron Leaf, unable to get a shot off. There's now Thieschafer through center. Mahtomedi kicks it back around. It'll come all the way back where Percy, the only goal scorer for North Tartan, sends it down into the Mahtomedi zone. And Bellows is the first one on the puck for North Tartan. Into the corner now as Ryan plays it for Mahtomedi. Sent around, now up through center. McAlpine just off the mark, and this one will go the length of the ice. Is a good breakout, but unable to corral it was Emma Nelson.
Yeah, I still think that that line of Chokus and Hendrickson on that first line for North Tartan, they're the difference in this game. I think if they're not able to create any scoring opportunities or put any goals on the board for North Tartan, I think they're going to have a hard time scoring goals this evening against Ficodente.
Down in the corner now as they play it back and around. And Bellows sends it out front. It comes all the way back, shot right on. And Ficodente able to glove it down through traffic. A good look there as Hawkins sent one in, but Ficodente was able to hold. As we take a look at the head coach of the North Tartan Co-op here, that's Nick First there. Second year here as the two teams merged just a year ago in their inaugural season together. Done a nice job of bringing two rival schools together to put together a pretty competitive team that's been battling well, off to a pretty decent start this year and looking to build on that. As now they enter the zone, Bellows with some good stick handling, and she's met there immediately by Kruger. Kruger sends it down and around. And now Krawczyk on the half wall. Sends it out. It's held in there. And tipped aside by Klaus-Shaw Klein. And all the way back, unable to get a good solid wood on that was Grease Clans. Krawczyk the other way with speed for Mahtomedi. She enters the zone. Down and around, and now looking to make a move. She leaves it there as Berggren, the first one on the puck. Berggren sends it out front. Selwood kicks one. That one squirts through the crease and down into the corner. A good look for Mahtomedi as they lead it here at 2-1. Selwood up front, and that one's tipped aside. Never made its way in on Schultz. Now out through the center of the ice here, and North Tartan will send it the length of the ice. Grease Clan's the first one to do so. Icing on North Tartan.
Yeah, it was a nice opportunity there by Mahtomedi. They had the goaltender Schultz out of position, and it looks like sophomore Kylie Thompson was there to get that puck out of there and do a little damage control out in front of the net for North Tartan.
Now Selwood wins it for Mahtomedi. It's sent into the corner. And back to play it is Leaf. She sends it up top. Broughton now sends one in just wide of the net. It's steered aside by Schultz. This one comes all the way back. Kreschbach holds the zone, sends it around. And Berggren is there for Mahtomedi. As they battle there, Meter now in the corner with Berggren. And Meter comes away with the puck for North Tartan. Now Calpine now holds the zone, sent all the way around. And back behind their own net, North Tartan looks to clear the zone. Kicked around there, and Kreschbach's able to hold for Mahtomedi. Now Percy, the goal scorer for North Tartan from her own net. Up through center, onto the stick of Meter. Now Meter. She'll gain the zone for North Tartan, send it down and around, and Broughton's there for Mahtomedi. Sends it up the wall, and it's kicked back down and around. Broughton plays it up. It's picked off by Meter and kicked around a bit. And now Mahtomedi unable to clear. It's held there and sent in. Knocked down by Ficcadenti. Fired right on, and a big kick save by Ficcadenti, and a good look for North Tartan. That was Percy again. Fired one right on. Now McAlpine tries to clear. Fanned on the shot. And Mahtomedi's in just a step early offsides.
Yeah, good opportunity there by Percy. There's head coach for Mahtomedi, Bill Mauricio, in his first year at 3-7. Not off to the greatest start of the season, but we've definitely seen some good play out of some of their young players here this evening. So, like I said earlier, the future is bright for the Zephyrs.
Certainly is. There's an opportunity here the other way. Broughton sends it over, and it's just out of the reach for Kruger. She was unable to hold. A good look for the Zephyrs now. Sent all the way back, and Ryan holds the zone. This one bounces around just wide of the net. Kruger right out front, and they score! Beautiful play as Anna Broughton's there to fire it home, and Olivia Schultz had no chance on a nice play by the Zephyrs as they take a 3-1 lead here early in the third period.
Yeah, that was probably the best, or one of the best setup scoring chances we've seen so far this evening. Puck out behind the net, passed out front to Anna Broughton. No problem putting her sixth goal to the back of the net here to take a commanding 3-1 lead here, Jeb, this evening with a 2-goal lead. With kind of how this game's gone, that could be the deciding goal there, as far as I'm concerned, with what I've seen this evening.
It'll be interesting to see how North Tartan responds. We've seen a lot of fire out of them as soon as Mahtomedi took the initial lead, and then eventually the 2-1 lead. And now here we are with just under 11 and a half minutes left to play in the third period as the icing's called here. Mahtomedi jumps out to a 3-1 lead as we take another look.
As you can see, just right behind the net, pass it out front there, and Anna Broughton just went stick side on Schultz and put the puck in the back of the net for the 3-1 lead.
Schultz kicks it off into the corner as Berggren sends it down to Selwood. Selwood turns it back the other way, and now they battle in the corner as it squirts down and around, and we're going to have both players called as Selwood retaliated to Callie Percy was on her, so both players will take a seat. It'll be 5 aside. And folks, we want to apologize there. We forgot to put up the goal by Callie Percy. Our scorecard had showed 2-0 there early on, was indeed 2-1, and now Mahtomedi has made it a 2-goal lead. 11:13 left to play. Faceoff will come to the right of Schultz. Down in the North Tartan end, McAlpine wins the draw all the way back. Dornseif is able to hold the zone for the Zephyrs as she sends it into the corner. And now Thieschafer's back for North Tartan as it squirts out there, and Heinz is the first one on it for Mahtomedi. And sent onto the half wall. This is Kalshell Klein as she sends it down and around. Picked up there by Percy. She sends it around and now up through center. Mahtomedi is right there. Now Percy plays it up. And it's kicked back down into the zone. A nice work by Nelson for Mahtomedi. Down and around the net. North Tartan comes up through the neutral zone now. Two Mahtomedi players collided. An opportunity here for North Tartan as they gain the zone. It's sent right on. And Ficadenti's there to make the save, and she'll hold on.
Yeah, it's the second time this. You can take a look. Yeah, a couple gals run into each other, create a little opportunity for the junior forward Bromerich from North Tartan to skate up and put a nice little wrist shot on net, but not enough to get past Ficadenti.
Now a near opportunity there now as it's sent in again by Bellows. It's steered aside. We're going to have a penalty coming up here as Kalshell Klein took out Kreschbach. And Mahtomedi will go whistle here as North Tartan catches up with the puck. It'll be 2 minutes for checking. That'll be on Kalshell Klein. And Mahtomedi with a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, she wasn't trying to get away with anything there, Jeb. That was pretty blatant checking from Kalshell Klein, and then looks like Mahtomedi came up with a little steam, and then looks like Kruger and Broughton run into each other and kind of put a halt to any opportunity they were going to create there.
So a power play opportunity for the Zephyrs. Just under 10 minutes left to play. They lead it 3-1 here as they try to set up the power play. As now down in Berggren battles down in the corner. She gets it up to McAlpine. Back to Berggren on the half wall. She goes all the way across to Kreschbach, who plays it down low, just out of the reach for Krawcheck, but it sends it around. Now Berggren. Berggren out front. And down to Krawcheck. She gets a light shot that's steered aside by Schultz. All the way across through the crease there. Berggren unable to get a stick on it. She sends it low. This one's sent right on, and Schultz is able to make the save. Now Chokitz. And a nice job of clearing the zone up off the glass. North Tartan will get their second set of penalty killers out as Mahtomedi gets its second set of power play players on the ice. Kreschbach through center, and they're just in a step early. Offsides is called on Mahtomedi. Just under a minute left in the Zephyr power play.
Yeah, you know, the scoring opportunity has been, you know, few and far between for both teams this evening. I think Mahtomedi, you know, like we chatted earlier, Jeb, they've just been able to capitalize on every opportunity they've had. And, you know, North Tartan's only been able to do it once. And I think, you know, these 4 goals have all been earned, and they're all just, you know, been, you know, good capitalize on opportunity goals. But other than that, I think it's going to be tough for North Tartan here to tie this game up.
And we'll see if they can start chipping away at it. As back to play it now is Kreschbach for Mahtomedi. Just over a half minute left in the power play. Sent through center now onto the stick of Heinz. Heinz comes in, fires one on, and Olivia Schultz is there to hold, and we get a stoppage in play.
And another thing is, you know, we've seen Mahtomedi a couple times, and I'm definitely impressed with how hard they're skating tonight. You know, I don't think they skated as hard the first couple nights that we've seen them, and they've done a good job skating hard and creating some opportunities for themselves this evening.
Now on the half wall, it's sent in, and it's knocked aside there as Percy got in the way of that one. Selwood takes it down and around the net. Selwood leaves it there for Berggren. Berggren out of the corner, sends it up top to Barnett. Barnett tried to put it into the corner, and it's turned over there. An opportunity back the other way, and a good defensive play by Dornsife to get back as North Tartan had a good opportunity. Percy fires one in, it's deflected into the corner, and the puck was played with a high stick. It'll come all the way back down to the North Tartan end, just to the right of Schultz.
As you can see here,
7:50 left to play. North Tartan trying to find some offense here as they trail 3-1 at home in a pretty nice crowd. for a little interconference collision. Puck's shot just wide there as it's down and around. And now it's played up, and this one's tipped in to the North Tartan bench.
Yeah, like you said, Jeb, good crowd here. You know, Mahtomedi not too far away. You know, they always say the Zephyr fans, they travel well.
That they do. It's nice when it's only a 10-minute jaunt, but absolutely they do. The Zephyrs love their teams, their athletics, that's for sure. A beautiful gymnasium over there, and beautiful Mahtomedi. As Chokic sends it down into the zone now. Kaushal Klein, first one on the puck, sends it out front through the crease. And Kaushal Klein again, a nice effort there on her own as she gets it low. Chokic with a goal! And North Tartan strikes back. Maddie Chokic on a nice pass by Kaushal Klein.
Yeah, there it is, Jeb. The North Tartan first line finally strikes. Maddie Chokic scores her 6th goal this season on a beautiful pass from number 5, Zoe Kaushal Klein. You know, she had kind of made a foolish penalty earlier, and I think that mistake has definitely put a little hop in her step. I mean, she was out there skating hard on that last possession, puts a nice pass out in front of the net to Chokic, and she puts it in the back of the net. Here we are, 1-goal game, 7 minutes to play, Jeb.
And it is, as another opportunity, 2-on-1 for North Tartan. Into the corner, tied up there, and that one's just picked aside. A good look, but a nice job of getting a stick on it was Mahtomedi. Now they're able to clear the zone. North Tartan with some momentum here, seeing if they can break the 2-goal lead. 6:35 left to play, third period. Mahtomedi leads it 3-2. As now North Tartan clears the zone. Kicked around a little bit there. Kreschbach, now Selwood onto the stick. And it's sent in by Leaf. And now kicked out through center. An opportunity here. First one on the puck is Grieshklans as she just gets it deep. And Barnett sends it down and around. Berggren's there on the half wall. Now Selwood out of her own end. That one's tipped around, but Aaron Leaf is the first one on it in the corner. They battle there. North Tartan with a little jump in their step now as Meter comes around. Meter makes a move at center. She gains center onto the stick of Chokic, and it's kicked into the corner. First one back is Barnett for Mahtomedi. He sends it around, and we've got a quick stoppage in play here.
I believe we've got a slash on Broughton or Dornseif.
That's exactly what it is. Emma Dornseif will sit for 2. So a big opportunity for North Tartan as they've got a one-man advantage, a power play opportunity. 5:44 left here in the third.
And it was a foolish penalty. It was just a frustration play, and the referee was there to see it.
Percy unable to get it low, and Chokic unable to hold the zone. Mahtomedi sends it down the length of the ice. Kaushal Klein is there to pick it up behind her own net. She stops to set up the play. Now with speed, it's Maddie Chokic as she comes up through center. She gains the zone, puts on the brakes on the half wall, and now sends it low. As they start their offense from the half wall, she sends it up top. And Kaushal Klein back to Chokic. Fires one in, and it's tipped on, but Figadetti's there, now kicked around out front, and that one bounces out. Mahtomedi is able to clear the zone. Good opportunity, but Figadetti able to get some padding on it as there was plenty of traffic out front.
Yeah, that was a great opportunity by North Tartan here. As you take a look, I'll tell you what, if Callie Percy was able to get a stick on that puck as it was cleared out by the defenseman from Mahtomedi, if she was able to get a stick on that and keep it in the zone, I think Mahtomedi would have been in a world of hurt, and I think North Tartan would have had a great opportunity there to tie this game up.
4:51 left to play in the third period here. 1:08 left in the power play. Looks like we've got a timeout called by, I believe, head coach Nick First, as he wants to set up the power play unit, as some of the scoring chances have been a few and far between. Yeah, folks, we want to remind you about Sports Path here on Location TV 19. It's live every other Wednesday at 7 p.m. on Channel 19. We've got highlights and interviews, even some trivia for you. That's Sports Path every other Wednesday at 7 o'clock here on Channel 19. And I also want to touch on our social media. We'd love for you to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/TV19sports. You can even follow us on Twitter. That's twitter.com/TV19sports.
Great timeout, I think, taken by head coach Nick First here. I mean, with a minute left in the power play, North Tartan has all the momentum right now, and I think it's something to kind of calm the girls down, get them a little focused here on what they need to be doing, put them in the right position here, and see if they can't tie this up here and maybe create a little showdown here in the last few minutes of this game.
You just seen head coach Nick First there able to get his cap back on before the beautiful receding hairline. I think it's games like this that add to that beautiful hairline of head coach Nick First. North Tartan looking to tie it up here now as they trail by one. 4.5 left to play with just under a minute in the power play. They send it back up top. Now sent over onto the stick of Kaushal Klein. She fires one in that's knocked out front. Mahtomedi sends it all the way down. Schultz is there to play it. As now Percy picks it up from behind her own net. She'll leave it for Kaushal Klein with speed as she comes up through center. Gains the zone and now looks to set up the power play. Down and behind the net. She leaves it there for Chokas. Chokas sends it out front. That was nearly in, but Ficadeni smartly falls down on it. And the whistle gets a face-off just to the right of Ficadeni.
Yeah, big opportunity there. Chokas kind of flicks it out in front of the net there, and just wasn't to get the, it didn't pop out enough to get a rebound opportunity, and Ficadenti was able to jump on it and freeze the puck.
Meter now leaves it for Percy, the one-timer, and it's tipped out front into the corner. Bergeron tries to clear. Kaushal Klein unable to hold the zone. And this one comes all the way back down as Callie Percy picks it up. She'll play it up to Kaushal Klein. A near turnover there as Selwood was right there. And unable to corral that one now. All the way back as the captain, Kreschbach. Turnover here as Meter gains the zone. She leaves for Chokas. Fired right on, and a kick saved by Ficadeni. A great look for North Tartan. Ficadeni was there to answer the call.
Yeah, great save by Ficadenti, and Hendricks there was, Hendrickson was just there about a step too soon. If she was delayed just a bit, I think she would have had a better opportunity at maybe a rebound goal.
Now North Tartan, with time is running out here. Just under 3 minutes left to play. Down into the zone as Ryan picks it up around her own net. Tries to go up the half wall. And it's held up there. McAlpine battles, and now Ryan tries to clear. North Tartan able to hold the zone. And now sent into the corner. On the half wall, it squirts out. Opportunity here, it's fired in just wide. Down and around, it's bounced around. And now Mahtomedi corrals the puck. Up through center as they're able to clear the zone. And a nice job there jumping into the play was Thieshafer. It's backing around, a near turnover there as McAlpine picks it up for Mahtomedi. She'll send it down the length of the ice. And this one has no icing called. Good call by the official as that one was just about to run out of steam. And it's picked up here now by Hawkins. She sends it across ice. Now up through center, off the mark. And Dornsife sends it in the length of the ice. Thieshafer from behind her own end puts on the brakes. 1:45 left to play, third period. North Tartan trails by one as they try to tie this one up. Chokas unable to get a hand on it as Dornsife clears. And now turned over at the blue line. But able to pick it up there now is Dornsife through center. And North Tartan will regroup. Percy puts it onto the stick. And now through center, Kaushal Klein gains the zone, sends one in, it's deflected into the corner. Chokas over to Kaushal Klein. She tries to go low and it's deflected there. Now Mahtomedi sends it off the boards, an open net, and able to catch up with it nicely was Hawkins. He's now an extra skater for North Tartan as they've pulled their goalie. Kaushal Klein up through center. Now Chokus tries to send it in. It's bounced around. Selwood with the puck. And a nice job there. North Tartan preventing the scoring opportunity. Now it's fired all the way down. This one's wide of the net. It'll go for icing. 41 seconds left to play. We'll have a face-off to the left of Ficadeni.
Yeah, the last handful of minutes here, you know, North Tartan's played with a lot of pride, a lot of passion here. You know, been skating real hard, and it's, you know, sometimes you wonder when you see that effort there in the last handful of minutes when you're down is kind of where it was at early to, you know, kind of you make this little, you know, a little more even of a game, but.
Exactly, a little too late thus far, but they've got 32 seconds. We'll see if they can tie this one up at 3. It's sent down and around behind Ficadeni. First one in on it is Broughton for Mahtomedi. As they tie it up in the corner, and now it's sent the length of the ice. It's touched at center ice, so no icing on the play. Back to play is Grease Clans as she rings it around. Just out of the reach of Brommerich as it's tied up there now on the half wall. Less than 10 seconds left to play. North Tartan needs to make a run. Here's an opportunity here for Henriksen. Henriksen in a timeout!
It was too late, Jeff. No!
But I think time may have ran out as the officials with a dicey call here, and we'll see no ball on the call. A mix of emotions from both sides as the Zephyrs celebrate, and North Tartan obviously upset with the call.
That was the right call, I believe. I mean, we could take a look at the replay here, but it's going to be tough to go the other way on that. Seeing that, I mean, as we can look here, she gets the puck with about 3.2 seconds left. Takes the shot. Goes through, time's expired.
Just ran out. Very close.
About a half a second too late.
Very, very close. Tough break for North Tartan as time had just ran out. So a big win for the Mahtomedi Zephyrs as they roll into Tartan Arena and just escape a close one. For all of us here at TV 19, I'm Jeb Brand alongside Corey Franzmeyer. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. We'll see you next time.